You can't trust these guys at all. They have no artistic integrity.
2 or 3 of the craziest people, hustlers.
He wanted to cast big-breasted blonde women. That was what he was committed to.
Bad hustlers, but aggressive hustlers I've ever run into in my life.
Well, they cut my career short. They stole my money.
These guys would stop at nothing. They lied, they stole, they cheated.
Bonsoir. My name is Michel Richard, but I believe you know me as Marshal Levenstein. These people, they don't speak very nicely of me. That's okay. At one time in our lives, you did not speak very nicely of me as well. It was a long time ago, and we can be friends now. But to explain, I would like to tell you my story. It all begins in the boardroom of what was, is, and was again a Fortune 500 company.
I just got terrible news. We didn't make the Fortune 500. We're 501. 501.
Okay, relax.
What's the goddamn point? We might as well be 5,001.
Oh, Christ. 501?
They don't go to press for a month. I've got a plan.
Okay, I'm on it.
Hang tight. Kate, William Morris.
So this company, East West Capital, they call my agent, Willie Morris, at the ICM agency, and they say, look, we need to make a film that makes our company look so wonderful that the people at Fortune will see, oh, the CEOs, they have so much money and they're so brilliant and the ideas are so beautiful. So they want me to maybe do this because I am a very good documentary filmmaker. One time in my life, I make a beautiful, beautiful documentary on the midgets, and the midgets did not think it was very beautiful, but comme ça, comme ça.
I called Marshall Levenstein, the only guy I know makes documentary films. Figure he'll flip through the roof, great opportunity, but he's out raising money for a musical about Betsy Ross.
Thank you.
A very, very important part of this is where we ask you to support what we're doing.
As artists?
I know a lot of you have really worked hard in your life, made a lot of money.
I thought it was awful. You want me to give you $40,000?
And to be able to afford establishments like this, you have to have something extra somewhere.
If you can find $40,000 in cash under my mattress, you're welcome to it.
If you just give it to your kids, they'll waste it.
I'd like to have a date with the leading lady.
And how?
They'll spend it on things that will destroy their lives.
I'd like to have a date with the leading man.
So please,
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you taking the time for us. Hello? Yeah, this is Marshall. Mr. Morris? From ICM? Sure, I'll hold. So I get this call from my agency. Do I want to make documentary? No. On East West Capital, what is the interest for me? I am songwriter for Broadway. But Sage, my lyricist, he's very brilliant, and he says, look, we go on the road. We take the girl who's going to play Betsy Ross. We say, Mr. CEO, how are you? You are so brilliant. Your ideas are so wonderful. But then we say, would you like to hear a song from the Red, White, Blue, and Blonde? We will sing a scene. We will do a dance. We will make a deal. We'll go as documentary filmmakers, but we will come back as Broadway songwriters. Alas.
Doing a thing for Merv just to meet some of the CEOs.
I've been working on this Betsy Ross musical.
Betsy Ross, is that playing now, or is it?
No. We're still looking for. I mean,
we're putting it together.
And I don't know why, but all of a sudden I just started thinking the flag.
I don't know if you know a lot about Betsy Ross.
Converting traditional media to internet media.
It's kind of like 1776 meets Rent. It's kind of combines those two shows.
Well, that would be an interesting combination.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Seven years we've been shopping.
The Betsy Ross story. I mean, is it possible that we can make a deal?
Do you ever do any entertainment, kind of stuff?
Not for this particular show, but other shows, you know.
It's kind of like 1776 for like meets Rent or something.
Just for timing-wise, if you could just read the lines of Betsy's father.
All right. Be not hard on yourself, dear daughter. Thy will lead the way when the time is right.
Here, it's my cell number.
Cool.
You can do it, Betsy.
You're the best, Betsy.
My heart is solemn, Betsy.
What what does Ben Franklin need with a 16-year-old girl?
My head is so bursting with ideas. Father, it hurts.
Oh.
What the heck are you writing?
She was beautiful, and she was shapely, and all the boys loved her.
She'll make the stars and stripes sing out.
So anyway, we got 18 songs.
Super.
I'll send you tape. My head is so bursting with ideas, Father. It hurts.
This is my part now.
Kind of thing that you're interested in.
One day, I will find something that reaches forward in time.
Be not hard on yourself, dear daughter. Thy will lead the way when the time is right. Now come, mother's prepared supper.
Just trying to get a situation. Betsy Ross was beautiful, and she had 3 husbands, and all these older men, they all loved Betsy. You know that.
What could it be?
Cannons and bombs going off in the background.
But maybe when we get further, I'll send you a tape.
Betsy, dinner.
That's you.
Coming, Mother.
But legit theater doesn't really cross into that or anything like that.
And not at this stage.
Yeah.
Transition out of this.
Gonna have a little like a reading or some backers audition. You'll come listen to some of the songs.
Now go, get ye thy needles, and make thyself useful.
Do you have a check?
None of your companies with
It's got to have a Q-tip.
You know, Betsy was a really dynamic woman.
Listen. I don't sing, I don't dance, and I don't finance Broadway shows. Thank you. Goodbye.
Maybe I'll just send you the tape anyway.
What? What? I don't know anything about it. What's Betsy who?
Betsy Ross?
They brought a piano?
Betsy Ross.
I don't know the first thing about a Betsy Ross musical.
They're all a scam. Even that New York accent, crap. It's fake. He's French. His name is Jean-Michel Richard.
Je pense, donc je suis.
When I first met with Marshall and Sage, I'd been doing a lot of work for Playboy and Cinemax, HBO.
The guys came to me and they asked me to choreograph the show, and I thought, what a great opportunity.
And I looked upon it as a real chance to stretch and explore my capabilities.
Weird thing is, though, they weren't familiar with any of my work.
Did you see the script? Okay, scene 1. Betsy goes into Ben Franklin's study. She drops her blouse.
It was one big joke.
In scene 2, Betsy enters George Washington's study and removes her bra.
When I really think about it, I think they just wanted to sleep with me. 1, 2, 3, 1. Wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I have to go to the bathroom.
Hey, maybe I'll learn it with Paula too. The waltz, just in case we. What?
You're sick. They tried to fire me. Said I didn't have the chops.
I turned down the project, and they didn't agree with it. They wanted me to do it, and I was going to do it. And they hired Star as me. She did interviews as me. She posed in a magazine as me. She even drove my kids to school.
It was a scam. The whole thing.
Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she...
I don't even remember her sewing the flag. Who cares about Betsy Ross?
They're getting in a little bit of backing here, a little bit of backing there, but it's not coming in fast enough. So they decide, since they're meeting all these rich CEOs, they're gonna take a little for themselves. In their offices, they take paintings, they take fish tanks, they take gold pens. It became a mess.
Looking back on it, they kind of sucked me in on it.
See these guys, and they're kind of checking out the gold records, and I'm thinking, well, that's normal, you know. And they go, yeah, you got 15 gold records here, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I do it.
Oh, hey.
But that'll be out in a minute.
Oh, sure. Okay. Thanks a lot.
I thought, well, they needed something to do while they were trying to raise money and all of that, so I gave them a little work around the house. Betsy was doing some bookkeeping. Mary Lou didn't like that too well either.
Hey, is that a real Picasso?
I think so.
A couple days later, a friend of mine comes over to the studio, hasn't seen my studio before, and he goes, dude, you got 12 gold records. That's amazing.
And I send Betsy down to the bank, the escrow, to do some paperwork and all of a sudden she comes back and we look around and their names, Sage and Betsy, are on the title to my house.
There's 3 REO Speedwagon gold records on sale at eBay. Make the checks payable to the Betsy Ross musical.
Hey, you know what, actually, as it turns out, I'll just give your dad a call at home later. I'm gonna catch you around. Thanks.
What? Your Picasso lithograph is missing. Well, what the hell does that have to do with me?
A guy dressed up like who?
George Washington?
Picasso? Hang tight.
So Merv calls me, begs me, he says, just stop this thing. Stop it now. But I can't stop it.
Merv put me right in the middle of all this crap.
Legally, they couldn't fire me. But wouldn't you know, Sage found the one loophole.
I held Merv responsible.
If I physically couldn't do my job, I could be fired.
We had to move out. We lived at the Radisson for a long time.
And wouldn't you know, coincidentally, the next day I get in my car and my brakes are cut.
We had lawsuits with the show.
Yeah, they said get in line.
Remember Keep on Loving You? REO Speedwagon?
Sure.
Kevin Cronin.
Show. And,
Yeah.
and used to live across the street from him and, you know, friends, and they said, yeah, go ahead and use it.
We never licensed anything to those guys.
The whole thing was a scam.
We said no, and the next thing we know, it's in the Boston production of the show.
You've never seen Merv like this. He was just livid.
I've never seen Merv so incensed.
He was sleeping, and he started yelling out, Betsy, Betsy.
When the Betsy Ross people got sued, Merv got sued.
We saw a Mannix rerun on television, and the poor guy broke out in a rash all over his body.
Merv, he's got something to lose, and when he loses, I lose.
Excuse me.
These guys have a list of all these very important rich CEOs, and they want to meet all of them to get money for their goddamn musical. Suddenly, to seal the deal, they decided we're going to put a musical on at the Schubert Theater.
My country, 'tis of thee. I stand here proud and free. My name is Betsy, Betsy Ross. And so I'll take these rags, from which I'll make a flag.
She'll have the contest in the bag.
They said I'd stand for freedom. I swore to proudly lead them.
Take the stars and stripes, sing out.
And when the flag started waving, the Tories started camping.
She won the war.
He won the war.
You can do it, Betsy!
That's right, I can.
Crosses the red.
White and blue and blonde. I found our greatest one. The string of thread was my magic wand. It's the red, white and blue and blonde. I found our greatest one. The string of thread was my magic wand. Magical, magical, magic
Ultimately, at the end, what happened is Merv decided, I'll write a check, I'll put it out of their misery, and I'll stop these guys from ruining my good name.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stars and the creators of the Red, White, Blue, and Blonde.
You gotta admit, the
Yep,
show worked,
it worked.
and Keep
you-
on Loving You was a big part of it.
It was amazing. The day the show opened, it opened in Philadelphia, you know, just a few miles from where Betsy Ross actually lived. The curtain came up, and it was magic.
Mr. Franklin, I'm flattered, but I cannot go to the opera with you this evening, for I have a date with my love, General George Washington.
Ms. Ross, I have terrible news. General Washington is very ill.
Oh, my darling, do you have any last words for me?
Yes, be as loyal to me as I was to this country.
I will. Tell Mr. Franklin I'll be outside at 8 o'clock.
When I see the show, I feel so genuinely moved.
and the flag, Old Faithful, is waving in the breeze, and I look at that and I get a warm feeling, and I think Betsy.
It was a moving experience. I was moved.
I cried.
Ultimately, you know, I really enjoyed the show.
Betsy.
Thank you. Yes, we're very proud of our association with the Betsy Ross musical. No, not just the Tony. We're back in the Fortune 500. Thanks a lot. Take care.
Yeah, we're in the Fortune 500. Yes. I'll see you at the opening in London. Okay.
Okay, we did it, Ravine.
Fortune 500.
And the Tony Award.
Another great day for East West Capital.
So, mes amis, I hope we can be friends again. I thank you very much. You helped me with my show, The Betsy Ross Show. And now you help me with my next show, The CEOs on Broadway.
Lyrics again, gang.
With a cell at his ear, you will never have to fear. They're the CEOs on Broadway. With a stock on the rise, it is wise to advise. The CEOs on Broadway. They're the best, they're the Blond, the whole. In fact, we are looking for investors right now. If you like, please reach us. Or more likely, we will reach you.